Welcome back to the channel. We're Annalise and Jordan and we've been living in our camper van for a few years now.
But recently we decided to rip it out and reconvert it into a new luxury home.
Now you're probably thinking, where the hell are we?
One of our friends has kindly lent us his workshop because the weather outside is terrible.
And we want to get this van boshed. Now this video was meant to be getting released on Monday, so it's a little bit late, but I've not been feeling too well. But let's take you back to see what we've been up to over this past week.
Bosh!
So my plan for today is to replace this ugly, I've already started ripping it off, the ugly grey carpet from around the slide door, to replace it with this really nice, like, beigey, sandy coloured one. I've never done this before. Jordan done the last one and made quite a good job of it, but this time it's going to be spectacular with no experience, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. First thing is to get all this off. I mean, it's looking quite easy now because I've done all the hard work, but Jesus, it's been an absolute nightmare. So I thought I'd bring you along with me. Oh, look at all the dust coming out of that is disgusting. How weird does it look seeing the door like that? How the hell do you start with it? Like, what do you even do? Right, I might need to watch a YouTube video. Bloody adverts, who puts adverts on YouTube videos?
Good afternoon, YouTube.
Good afternoon, Simply Campervan Conversions. Has he took his door off? Oh, jib that, I ain't doing that. So once I figured out what I was doing, kind of, I started to loosen the door handles so the carpet could be tucked behind and then tuck the window frame out. I then measured up the sliding door and cut the carpet. I did cut the carpet a lot bigger than I needed just to allow extra wiggle room for if anything went wrong. This was a bit harder than expected. The man on the YouTube video took the door off, which would make it a lot easier to get the carpet flat. However, I couldn't be bothered doing that, so it was a struggle, especially around the very bottom and left side of the door as it curves. It's a good job I've not got fat hands like Jordan. As you can see, I just started from the top and then worked my way down, making sure I got all in the creases of the door. This is 4-way stretch carpet, so any little mistakes can kind of be stretched out. We've been getting some amazing weather in the UK at the moment, and when doing this van build we can get a bit sweaty, which is why today we've partnered with Wild. Wild is the UK's #1 aluminium free refillable deodorant. Their mission is to eliminate single-use plastics and everyday essentials. We've been using the deodorant and body wash and they're designed to last a lifetime. We've actually been using these for a few weeks now. The deodorant gives us 24-hour protection and all formulas are certified vegan, cruelty-free and all natural ingredients. The refillable cases are so nice. You can even personalise them with your name and so many different colours and designs to choose from. This is our body wash bottle and how cute is it? It's got little bees on it. The refillable bottle is made of bamboo, so no plastic packaging, and you literally just pop it in there, unscrew it and then stick your lid on. This is going to look so cute in our new van bathroom. My favourite scent in the deodorant is the coconut and vanilla. It reminds me of holidays. It smells so nice. Wild products are so handy for us when living in the van. We can reduce our plastic waste and contribute to the wild forest. Wild have partnered with On a Mission, so every order placed, a new tree is planted. If you want to make the switch to Wild and smell as good as us, then we have a limited time discount code for you. It's Steps to Adventure for 20% off. You can scan the QR code on screen now or click the link down in the description. It'll take you straight to their website. Let's get back to building this van.
I'm going to show you something that I've been working on a little bit and been scratching my head over it, because I've took a design that Jake has done in his van for his pull-out bed, but I've just changed it up a little bit to make it a little bit easier for and a bit more purposeful for my build. This thing in the middle will slide out like a bed like this, but not only will it just slide out like that as a bed, I can then push it in, and on the back here there's going to be a hinge that goes all the way across, and it can also lift up so I can get to all the storage underneath. But then if I want it in bed mode, I can just slide it out like that, nice and easy. So the way this system works is basically, think of this as a frame, right? So you've just got a rectangle frame like this. Nothing special, just a rectangle frame with these right angle pieces, making sure it stays square. You're then going to cut yourself a piece that slots into here fine, with a little bit of gap either side, for when you fixed your bed slats to it, so it can slide in and out, and this will then just slide like that basically. These are the 2 inches that we're going to be using on it. These are rated for 200 odd kilo, I think it is. This section is just a U section like that with a batten fixed onto there. Now, that's where your strip of wood is going to be fitting to. So you've got to make sure you've got that little gap there. So when your wood gets fixed to that, it's flush with the top of the frame. This is the actual seat. So it's like a U shape again. And the bottom here is like a base. And this is basically what this L shape thing is going to fit to. So we'll slot that in like that. There's going to be a piano hinge that goes along the back here to allow this to go like that to lift up so that you can get access underneath. And then we get our bracket, or should we say our sliders, draw sliders, and we pop them in here like this. And we butt them up, pop the next one in, same again on this side. That will then slot into there like that. Those hinges are then going to fix into this U-shaped bracket. So think of this as like it's one whole thing. That is one whole thing like that. It's going to be easy to slide out, and you still got your storage underneath.
Ta-da!
Bosh.
So ignore like the little bits like this and that, because that's going to have the window frame on it, and then these bits are going to have, like, we're going to box them in.
Yeah, with the
put, like,
panels.
the white panels on.
Same way down
really,
there as well.
You only need to look at these bits, which are like spot on, so I made up with that. I was on a time lapse, but then the camera like went dead, so ta-da!
Still looks good though, doesn't it? Bob on. So here's the bed system in place. I've just put a few slats on it just to show you how it works. But basically this slides out like this. So it'll come right out over here, so you've got a bed, and then also lifts up. How cool is that? So you can lift the whole bed system up as one, or you can just push it in. It is a bit, it's not finished yet, but push it in like that, and then this whole section lifts up as well. But it isn't going there, it's going to be fitted here, pulling out this way. Really happy with that, how that's worked out.
Jordan made the finishing touches to the slide out sofa bed and screwed in the bed slats.
So that's that done. There is a front plate that's going to come along here, and then there's also, if you look underneath, there should be a plinth under there as well when we do it. I'll show you this now, guys. L-shaped seat is all in with a pull-out section. All the bulkheads in, windows in, surrounds in. We've got Annalise is just doing the carpet around the door, which looks mega. We've got a small unit in there, which is going to have like one of those 3 shelf things that pulls out. And we're going to have spice racks and stuff in there. We've got our shower section here, which is quite good. Also got a cutout there where the inset for the shower stuff's going to be. We've got a larder unit here, which is actually quite a decent sized larder unit. So that is going to be, we're going to have a hanger at the top here, hanger at the bottom, and then a middle section here is going to have like a specific drawer for all Annalise's makeup and beauty bits in it.
Can't wait for that.
But now I can take a measurement from here all the way to the end for the kitchen worktop. We are flying, aren't we, Lise?
Yeah.
Especially we wasn't feeling too well over the past week, so now we're better. We're just like blasting as much as we can, but I cannot believe how much space we've got in there. It's that big, this larder unit, that I can actually get in here like no problems. Look at that. I can stand inside the actual larder unit.
So today we're going to be getting on with the overhead cupboards and trying to finish off everything else that we started. But first, off to get some materials.
We headed off to B&Q, and you guys know by now we practically live here.
So we're looking for some battens to do the overhead cupboards in the van.
Since we've done our last van build, we've noticed a massive price increase on wood. I think for about 6 of these battens was about 30 quid.
Well, eventually set. Look at that. That'll do. Right, what else do we need?
I feel like we spend so much of our time in B&Q. I'll be so glad when we get travelling and we don't have to go in another B&Q again. Do you think Jordan will let me have this in the van? Oh, how nice. We've left our trolley and we don't know where we've put it. We just wandered off and we were like, oh god, where's the wood? Got it.
The key. Here she is now, go on, show us. You Jimmy.
It's so nice to see the van like finally taking shape. It looks so good, and we've been actually sitting and like having our tea, sat on the L-shaped seating at the front, and oh, it is going to be amazing. Just the fact that you can see out like both windows and stuff, it just really makes the van feel so much bigger. So the previous van kind of looked a bit more open because down the right hand side we had like the long seating, where this time it's going to feel a little bit more enclosed up the top end but really open down at the front, which is exactly what we want. We kind of want to close off the bedroom area as the bedroom and have then the kitchen and shower area and then like a living area, so it's like 3 separate spaces.
We just got back to the workshop, guys, and we're going to be building this overhead unit section here. So I'm going to take a measurement from one side to the other, and that'll cut that off the poplar ply that we've got there. So that'll do the bottom plate of it and the shelves either side, and then we'll get that timber that we've just got from B&Q to make the framing, and that way we've got this one done and then we can get on to the next one. So this is basically the design. You're making a box like this, and then you put a centerpiece in, and then we screw that to the ceiling, and we bring the bottom board to the bottom of this, mark it, and then screw the bottom board into this, and that makes your overhead unit. It's quite simple.
Whilst Jordan's doing the overhead cupboards, I'm going to crack on with taking all this grey carpet off the back doors and replacing it with the nice beigey colour. For the actual back doors, we was going to carpet them, but we've decided to just fully board them white and then decide what we're going to be doing with them like at a later stage. You might put some of them like bungee nets on the bottom, so when we open the back doors for the garage we can put like our wet shoes and bits and bobs like that. But I think I just want white here, so like in the bed area, and I can maybe put some like a little mirror or just some little decoration-y style thing going on there. It is going to have a curtain on as well, but I think the main bit is this to be carpeted nice. And I might even carpet like the insides of the side pods because they're grey. You're not really going to see them when the pillows and stuff are in, but we'll see how much carpet I've got left. If I don't have any left, we'll leave it. Jordan, do you have any safety goggles? Do you also have a Phillips? I am also just going to try and peel back all this black. I think it was sound deadening, but I'm not bothered, I don't need it. So I'm thinking, ideally, all I need is a piece to come all the way down up until about here. Can you see that far down? Yeah. Where the bed's gonna go, and then I can piece the last bit because that's gonna be under the bed anyway, so you're not gonna see the join. So hopefully I've got enough carpet to do like one piece. Right, I'm gonna stick the top, get the top stuck on, so that I know where I'm working with then, and then I can just cut down. Oh no, because that'd have to be pieced there, wasn't it? Because that's longer on that side.
Now I thought the sliding door was going to be the most difficult, which wasn't. That felt like a breeze compared to this. I don't know what it was, but nothing was going right.
So the way I've done this, I don't know if I've done it wrong because, oh, I've got glue stuck to me. If I go and do that to kind of carpet like that under edge, I'm going to have to make a cut on the corners, aren't I? Because that won't go. Unless I kind of cut like that. But I don't know if it's going to like make like an overlap. I don't know. I'm just going to have to start gluing and just see where I end up, I think.
There were so many little cutouts that I had to do along this back frame, and I think the angle of it just wasn't working for me. It would have been easier with step ladders on the back and working from the back looking into the van.
So I've just lifted in this shelf and the overhead unit thing. It's not screwed up or anything, but I've put the timber on like that, lengthways, and then I'm just going to lift this up and just see how it fits. I'll screw it together in a second, get it in the centre, and then we can fire it in to the top of the ceiling, and then that is basically that front one done. Obviously you have to do some end panels for it, but at the moment that's as far as we can go with the overhead unit.
Jordan screwed in the overhead unit, and I think it makes that corner just look complete. We will be needing another trip to Latham's in Leeds to get some more wood though.
Right guys, there it is, check that out. That's one overhead cupboard boshed off. Now we've got these little shelves on the end here, which I really like, and we've done another shelf on the other end. You can have a little plant up there, quite good.
That has just taken me way longer than I expected, and I'm only like half done. I've only done half way up. I've still got to do these bottom bits. I've had a few mistakes. I've cut one side a little bit too short, but it's fine. I'll just join it together, and yeah, you probably won't see once all like the bedding and stuff is on, and then I'll show you up here now. So I'm going to show you from down here so you don't see it up close. That corner wasn't big enough, and when I had to stretch it round, it's kind of got a little gap. Leave it down in the comments. Would you piece that gap there and there, or would you just leave it? It's on the outside. But this is what it's looking like so far, and then I just need to piece that and then do the bottom bit. So along this bit as well, we are going to have rope just to hide any of the rough edges, so that'll help out a little bit as well.
Looks really good. You've done a cracking job.
Looks good, doesn't it? It's took ages though.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you've noticed this, I did slather on myself. Don't know how it happened. I was concentrating so much that I slathered. This carpet had literally taken me all day, so I just wanted to get it done and never look at another piece of carpet again.
Let's show you where we're up to. L-shaped seating is in. Overhead storage is in, which is looking pretty sick. We've got our little unit in here. Our shower room is all in there. Our larder unit is now in for all of our clothes, which is actually massive. Annalise is flying with a carpet. First bed rail in, just so that we've got a reference point. And then I have cut the pieces of timber for where the kitchen's going to go. But what's good is Annalise is smashing all the hard parts, like the carpet around the doors, because last time I did that, I did it in like 3 or 4 pieces because it was winding me up. But Annalise has been able to do them in one piece, which is mad. Well, yeah, apart from the back, but still, it looks really, really good.
I wouldn't even look at this part. It looks horrendous, but I'm not bothered because it's underneath the bed.
Yeah.
And no one's going to see that.
Well, that's it, isn't it? We actually thought this layout in the van was going to feel like really, really hemmed in, or like kind of like it's not got enough space, but this front bit here, it's opened it up. It's massive, feels huge. My feet are fully out there, and that's where the kitchen is going to start from there. So it's like, it really, really is big.
So that's the carpeting on both sides, on that side. I didn't poke out them, and I don't know if it looks a bit silly, but they're not needed, so I just left them covered up. It is what it is, isn't it?
So that's all we've got time for this week, guys. Sorry it's a bit of a shorter one, but Annalise hasn't been feeling well this week. And if you guys want to try Wild, check it out in the link in the description below. And don't forget to join us at 6:30 PM on Monday when the next video drops. Love you, bye! Hands are trembling right now. Right now, deep blue water sea, afraid of jumping in right now, right now.